Hey guys, this is Miss Regine from SOAR Educational Services. Today I'm going to work on some problems that will help you master the SAT if you're looking at that. So this first word problem reads, three brothers divided a prize as follow. The oldest received 2/5, the middle brother 1/3, and the youngest $120. What was the original value of the prize? So what we don't know, and this is like a basic algebra problem, but you do have to be able to set it up. What we don't know is the price of the prize. We don't know what that is, so that is going to be our x. That's what we don't know. What we do know is that the oldest brother got 2/5 of x. The middle brother got 1/3 of x. We know exactly what the youngest got, which was 120. When you add all of these up together, it gave you your original. So, eldest brother got 2/5 of x, 2/5 of the original. Middle brother 1/3 of the original. Third brother 120, and together that gave us our original. So now we would need to add this fraction, which should be pretty easy to do. You have to find common denominator, which is 15 in this case. So 5 times 3, so right here. Let's not forget our x. Okay, so we have this so far. Now you need to combine like term. 615x plus 515x is 1115x. Plus 120, I ran out of space, but it all equals x. All right, so I'm going to erase the word problem so I have space to finish this. So what you need to do so we have it right here, 1115x plus 120 equals x. So what I want to do is to separate the variable and the whole number. So I'm going to move the 120 over here as negative 120, and I'm going to move the x over here as minus x. So inverse operation. We do still need to find common denominator. Whenever you see a fraction, you need to have common denominator. So if something is negative 1x or negative x, I know that's 1x, and so whenever you have your numerator and denominator are the same, that is a fraction that equals 1. So 15 over 15 is the same thing as 1 whole. And in this case, if I have my negative, so negative 15 over 15 is the same thing as negative x. So that's all I did. And I chose 15 because that's my common denominator. All right, now I can just subtract. And final step, to solve for x, we want to isolate x. So our final step will be to multiply by the reciprocal. And I believe that gave me, okay, so this was negative, this was negative. I believe it gave me 450. So the original prize amount was $450. Okay, let's do another one. So this one is not a word problem. It is just written here. So it should be very simple. You can pause the video and try it on your own. But we are solving for n here. So step 1 is to distribute. Step 2 is to get your variables and numbers on separate side. So I'm going to do minus 3n, minus 3n. 1 minus 3n is negative 2n. Divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2. N equals 30. And yeah, so that was it for what real number n is it true, so that you get n equals 30 for that. Okay, let's see. I'll do one more. So this one, And they have these a lot. So when you think you're done and you have your answer, it's nope, nope, nope. You have to answer the second part. So we're going to solve for x. Again, very basic. So the common mistake here is to think that you're done and that the answer is 6. And they actually do have 6. The multiple choice, they actually do have 6 as an answer choice. But you just have to read further, and it says, what is the value of x plus 3? Well, you got to plug in that 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. So that should be the answer for that. So these have been pretty simple. Let me do one more. Since they have been so easy, and you guys can pause the video and try it on your own. So we want variables on one side and numbers on the other side. I like my variables on the left and my numbers on the right. So if possible, I usually go this route, but it doesn't have to be exactly like this. This is when you do divide by 6, you get x is equal to -1. Okay, I think I will do one more because I did want to come to a challenging one, and I think this last one will be challenging. So this one is, and it's multiple choice, but it's asking us to solve for x. So if it says solve for x, you want to isolate x. So I would probably do, okay, let me move my dx over here. So I have ax plus dx, but then I would move my b to the other side. So I just want to separate different things. And I have c plus b. And the next thing is, I see I have ax here plus dx here. This is something you guys learn in Algebra 1. You can factor. Find the greatest common factor. They both have x. So I can factor out the x. If I factor out the x, I have a plus d, and I have c plus b. Remember, I'm solving for x. I want x by itself. So I'm going to divide by a plus d, divide by a plus d, and my answer is x is equal to c plus b over a plus d. Now, when I looked at the answer choices, it was written like this. X is equal to b plus c over a plus d. Well, those are the exact same thing. So you don't have to worry about that. Their addition is commutative, so they're the exact same thing, so that is the answer. Now, if it was a subtraction, it would make a difference. Subtraction is not commutative. You can't just flip it and think that it will work, but addition it is. So that's it for that. All right, I hope this was helpful. And remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.